We were looking at the different types of cases in node analysis. What is node analysis? Node analysis is applying KCL to the nodes. Okay, mesh analysis is applying KVLs to meshes, whereas node analysis is applying KCLs to nodes. Okay, so this is a two node problem. Okay, so we'll be applying KCLs at node 1 and node 2. Understand that. Now this we call as type 1 problem because there are no what current sources involved. This is a type 1 problem. Okay, if this is type 1 problem wherein no current sources involved. Okay, we have seen it in detail how to take the node 1 separately and node 2 separately and apply KCL. Similarly, we also saw type 2 circuit wherein a current source is involved. Okay, so what is that? That is something to be learned here. Okay, if we consider node 1 or node 2, when we are applying KCL, we have to see that all the currents are leaving. We assume that all the currents are leaving. Okay, when do we consider a current to be entering? When we have a current source like this. If there is a current source which shows the current entering, then only we consider the current as the entering current. Otherwise, we consider all the currents as leaving current. So when the current source is involved, let's consider that as type 2 circuits. Okay, today let's understand the type 3 circuits wherein the concept of super node analysis comes. Fine. So when we used to go with super mesh is having a current source in between the two meshes. What is super node? Having the voltage source in between the two nodes. Understand that? Okay. In super mesh, what was happening? See here. In super mesh, what was happening? When we have a current source in between the two meshes, we used to combine the two meshes to form one super mesh. Understand? Here what's happening, when there is a voltage source between the two nodes, we combine the two nodes to form one super node. So how to do that? See here, everybody. So let me take this color. Yeah. Here we combine these two nodes. Earlier we were looking at node 1 and node 2. Now we are not supposed to look at node 1 and node 2 separately, but we need to look at this as one super node. Okay, so this is called as a super node. Now what we do, how many nodes are there? Just two nodes were there and those two nodes have become one super node now. KCL to super node. There's just one node. Okay. There's just one node. How many branches at this particular node? Now this whole stuff is one super node. Okay. So this is one branch, branch 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 branches. And in all the 4 branches, since there are no current source, there could be current sources also. Okay, this type just says that there should be a voltage source in between the two nodes, then it would become a super node problem. There may also be the current source. Even current source can be there. Current source can also be there. Okay, so I'm saying when I say super node, okay, super node is formed when there is a voltage source between the two nodes. That does not mean that there should not be any current sources. Understand that point? So there are 4 branches. Since there is no current source showing the current entering, we consider all the currents as the leaving current. So what is the leaving current here? What is the current leaving here? The voltage is V1. Here the voltage is V1. So what is this current? Anybody? What is this current? That is V1 minus VA by R1. Everybody get that? So that's V1 minus VA by R1 is one current. That is this current. What is this current? It's V1 by R4. plus V1 by R4. Okay, now let's go to the other side. This is V2, right? So V2 minus of minus VB divided by R3. So plus V2 minus of minus would become plus V2 plus VB divided by R3. Okay, and another current is V2 by R5. So there are four branches, four currents, all the four currents are leaving. Now there is just one KCL. If it's not a super node problem, we would have applied KCL separately to now number one, this first node and second node separately. Then we would have two KCLs. But since it is a super node problem, the two nodes are combined into one super node, and that's how we have got one equation there. Okay, so let's go directly with the problems now. Fine. Everybody take this problems on what? Node analysis. Everybody take down that. Problems on node analysis is what we're doing now. Yeah, let's copy down the problem. So the problem I already have taken here. Fine. Let's identify the type here. Which type of the problem is this? This is type 1 problem. In what sense this is type 1 problem? There is no current source. Simple. Okay. So in this problem, what is that we are supposed to be doing? Okay, is what we need to understand. So what we need to do is find the power delivered by 1 ampere source. 1 ampere current away. No, it's not 1 ampere. Find, use the node analysis to find V naught. So V naught is here, right? Okay. Find voltage V naught by node analysis. So in mesh analysis, what we used to do first, we used to identify the number of meshes. Okay. Now, how many nodes are there? You forget about this V naught now. You forget about this V naught. This V naught is not a node voltage, mind you. Let this V naught be there. Okay. Now we shall just bother about the nodes. How many nodes are there? How many nodes are there? See, this is one branch. One branch. This is branch 2. 2 plus 1 together. It's branch 2. Let's not bother about this particular terminal. Okay. So let me just tell you this. Everybody just look at this. Just to solve your confusion, if you have 2 ohm and 1 ohm, right? Okay, then you have this coming out, and then say they are saying plus or minus V naught. This plus minus V naught. So across 1 ohm. Everybody understand that? So these terminals may sometimes confuse you. What is this? This is just like this. They could have written the V naught. This is 1 ohm. This is 2 ohms. They could have written your V naught simply like this. What they have done instead, they have dragged these lines out, these points out. Okay, just that. Otherwise, it is just this. Okay, this is what they wanted to do, but this is another way of doing it. But there will be confusions if you drag this node up to here. Okay, this point and this point is the same. See, I'll just mark this point and this point are the same. Okay, and this point and this point are the same. So in that sense, instead of representing it like this, we can represent it like this. Everybody's okay with that? So you should not mistake this for another node. See here, you should not mistake this for another node. Don't mistake that. Okay, so as of now, V naught is just a drop across 1 ohm. Let's not bother about it. So in that sense, we have 3 branches here. Branch number 1, branch number 2, branch number 3. Don't consider 2 ohms as one branch and 1 ohm as one branch. No, see here, it is just 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1. So they are, it's 3 ohms. 2 and 1 ohm are in series here. Get that point now? Okay, so you have just one node. So what we can do at this node, what we used to do there in mesh analysis, we used to mark mesh currents. Okay, so what we need to do now, we have to mark what? Node voltages. Okay, let that node voltage be V1. Everybody's okay with that? I'll just take it off. Fine. So what you would say in the solution, very first thing that you would say in the solution, what is that you'll be saying? Mark V1 as shown in the figure. Everybody say that. Mark V1 as shown in the figure. Okay, so where is V1 marked? V1 is marked at node 1, or the node at which V1 is marked is node 1. It's not which node. If I ask, you should not say V1 is the node. No, V1 is not the node. V1 is the voltage at node 1. So what we are doing, where we are applying KCL, we are not applying KCL at V1. We are applying KCL at node 1, mind you. Okay, so since there is just one node, we'll be applying KCL to this particular node. Okay, so KCL at node 1, everybody. Is this okay with you? Now, as of now, you're not bothered about this V naught, mind you're not bothered. Just don't see this V naught here. Okay, see just 2 ohm and 1 ohm in series. Fine. Now, there are three branches, means three currents. There are three branches, means three currents. Okay, so is there anybody who can unmute and tell me how many are leaving, how many are entering? Anybody who can say how many are leaving and how many entering fast? Let's not waste time. Yes, anybody? How many currents are entering, how many currents are leaving? Nobody? Okay, so let's consider the three currents. Okay, and since there are no current sources, all the currents are leaving. Now, which is the current that is leaving node 1 in this branch? Which is this current? I'm not marking anything. I'll directly be writing the current. Okay, which is this current? It is V1 minus of minus 6 volts divided by 6 ohms. So instead of writing minus of minus, what I would do is, okay, see here, it's V1 plus 6 divided by 6 ohms plus. Now see here, this is what is the current that is leaving in this branch, leaving node 1 in this branch? It is V1 by 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 because 2 and 1 are in series. Understand that? So it's V1 minus 0. V1 minus 0 we don't write. Okay, since it is first time I'm finding the series combination, I'll do this. It's V1 by 2 plus 1. Current is flowing, the same current is flowing through 2 and 1 ohm. Plus, what is the third current there? What is the third current? The current that is leaving this particular, leaving in this particular branch, leaving node 1 in this particular branch. What is that? It's V1. Okay, minus of minus would become plus. V1 plus 3 divided by what? 2. So what would this be? So you have just, how many unknowns are there now? There's just one unknown. There's just one unknown. We still have not taken care of V0. Let me take care of that later. But as of now, when I applied KCL at node 1, okay, there's just one unknown, and one unknown, one equation is sufficient. There is no need of applying KCL to another node. Is that okay with you? Now, what is V1? Just take LCM and give me V1. See, I'll give you V1. You should be good doing this. Okay. So the LCM is what? Let me do this once. Since this is, what is the LCM? You have 6, 3, and 2. What is that? Let's take 6 as the LCM. Okay. If we take that, so 6 you have V1 plus 6 only. Then you have 3 here, so it would become 2V1. Okay, you have 2 here, 2 3s are 6, right? So it's 3V1 plus 9 equal to 0. So what will this be? How many V1s there? 6 V1 equal to 6 plus 9, 15. Is it 15? Yeah, 15. On the other side it is minus 15. So V1 is happening to be what? V1 is happening to be minus 2.5 volts. Is this okay with you, everybody? Yeah. Now, V1 is 2.5, but this is not what they asked us. They asked us to find out V naught. So how we can find out V naught? What is V naught? V naught is the voltage across 1 ohm. Okay, V naught is the voltage across 1 ohm. Now, how is voltage across 1 ohm given by? What is V? V is equal to IR, right? V is equal to IR. Everybody understand this? V is equal to IR. We know R. Do we know I flowing through this particular branch? Which is the current that is flowing through 1 ohm? Anybody, can you unmute and tell me which is the current that is flowing through 1 ohm in this particular branch? Anybody? Can you go on? Can you unmute and tell me the current in this particular branch? We have written that. We have written that in this KCL. We have written that in KCL. Okay. Which is the current that is flowing through 2 ohms and 1 ohms?
V1 divided by 2 plus 1.
V1 divided by 2 plus 1. Okay. That is the current. That is the current that is flowing through 1 ohm, also 2 ohm also. So the current that is flowing through 2 ohms will also flow through this 1 ohm. But what would that current be? It would be V1 divided by 2 plus 1. So that current into the resistance. Good. Okay. So our V naught would be, therefore, we can say our V naught is going to be this. Therefore, our V naught, which is given by I into R. What is I there? I is V1 by 2 plus 3. What was that? 2 plus 1. Okay. 2 plus 1. V1 divided by 2 plus 1. Okay. What is R there? What is R? Across which resistor we are doing that? Across 1 ohm we are doing that. So across 1 ohm. So it is into 1. So what would this be? V1 is what? V1 is minus 2.5. Okay. And minus 2.5 by 3. Why this is not minus V1 by 2 plus 3? Because see here, this current V1 by 2 plus 1 is approaching positive sign of V0. Get that point? So that's why it is V1 by 2 plus 1. Otherwise, I would have written it as minus V1 by 2 plus 1. Okay. So V1 is anyways negative. So it would become what? So therefore, our V0 is, therefore, our V0 is going to be minus 0.83 volts. This is what they had asked. Get this point, everybody? So this is type 1 problem. We have solved one type 1 problem. Okay, so everybody's okay with this? See, we had just one node. Okay, so we marked voltage V1 and we applied KCL at this. And since there are no current sources, all the currents are leaving. So we had one KCL, one unknown. We found out that unknown. Then whatever was asked, okay, is expressed in terms of the node voltage. Okay, and that is how we found out our V0. So fast, let's take this circuit. Yeah. So this is the circuit that we need to deal with now. Okay. So what is that they are asking? I'll tell you. So this is problem number 2. Can you just make a note of this fast? This is problem number 2. So this is type 2 problem. What way it is type 2 problem? We have a current source here. We have a current source. Understand that? So we have to be little careful when we are writing the current. So in KCL, we'll be writing all currents only. Now, how many nodes are there needs to be understood. Before that, let me tell you what is that they've asked. Okay, what they've asked is this: find the power delivered by 2 amp source. Let's not put it's just finding that. Okay, now again a question. See, how many node problem is this? How many node problem is this? Anybody? How many nodes are there? And how many branches are there? How many nodes? How many branches? Go on, go on. Somebody should unmute and tell me that. Anybody? See here, this is one node. There are 3 branches. Branch number 1, 2, 3. And all the 3 branches are coming together at this particular node. So you have just one node there. So it's a one node problem again. And you should understand that this is ground. In the first problem also we didn't mark the ground. So marking the ground is very important. Oh yeah, we have marked. Okay, so marking the ground is very important. There should be a ground here. So let's not count the reference node, this ground, as the nodes. When I ask you how many nodes, you should just tell me how many non-reference nodes, leaving this. Okay, there is just one node now. Okay, so they have asked us to find out the power delivered by 2 amperes source, but before we find out, unless we have found out V naught, we cannot do that. So in by node analysis, see, we have to say by node analysis, otherwise the question is incomplete. By node analysis. Earlier we used to do this by mesh analysis. See, all the problems can be solved by node analysis, mesh analysis. It's not that okay, if it is to be done by node analysis, it cannot be done by mesh analysis. No, any problem can be solved by any method. Okay, any problem can be solved by any method. Now I'm asking you this by node analysis, right? So when we find the question answer, you can check that by solving this problem by mesh analysis. Anyways, you've learned mesh analysis. We can do that by mesh analysis. Understand that? So by node analysis, since we are doing, we have to identify the number of nodes. How many number of nodes are there? There's just one node. So I'll mark that node as 1 and the voltage at that node as V1. Fine. What we shall say now in the solution, first we have to say mark V1 as shown. Next, what we do? Apply KCL at node 1. How many branches? 3 branches. How many currents? 3 currents. All the 3 are leaving. So if you want, you can just make a note of 3 branches. Not necessary, since we are learning. Let's write in the exam. This is not expected. 3 branches are there. Okay. 3 currents would be there. Okay. All the currents. Oh, sorry. All the currents leaving. Yeah. All the currents leaving. Though there is a current source, all the currents are leaving because that current source is showing the current leaving. Unless there is a current source which shows the current entering, okay, it is considered as leaving current. All the currents leaving. Understand that? Unless there is a current source which shows the current entering, we consider all the currents as leaving currents. Okay, now let's apply KCL. How to apply KCL now? Okay, let's understand what is this current. This current is 2, so it is 2 ampere is leaving, so it is 2 plus. Here it's 2 plus, because that itself is the current. Then the current in 4 amperes, 4 ohms. What is this current? This is V1 by 4. Understand that it is V1 by 4. Get that? Then what is the third current? Anybody would like to answer that? What is the current in this particular branch? Anybody please give me that answer. What is the current in this particular branch? Go on. How are these 2 and 3 are connected? They are connected in series. Whether this 3 ohm comes beside that or it comes after your voltage source, they're all in series, mind you. Okay, so 2 plus 3 is the resistance of this branch. So what is the current in this branch? It is V1 minus V1 minus 55 divided by 2 plus 3. Is everybody okay with that? So is equal to 0. Again, you have to work with the LCM. Okay, since we find the numbers in the denominator, we have to work with LCM to get the standard form. So what is the LCM here? Make it fast, tell me that fast. What is the LCM? 4 and 5. Let's take 20. 20 as LCM. Okay, so it's 2 20s are, that's 40 here. 4 5s are, so it is 5 even. 5 1s are, so 5 4s are is 20, so it's 4V1. How many it is? This is 220. 4 times. Is that okay? If I've done a mistake, please let me know. So how many V1s there? How many V1s there? 9 V1 on the left hand side. 9 V1. Okay. Equal to plus 40, 220, it would be minus 180. On the right hand side, it would be 180. Okay, so which implies that our V1 is 20 volts. Our V1 is 20 volts. Okay, what is asked? We are asked to find out the voltage. If you have not given the attendance, give your attendance now itself. See here, we are asked to find out the power delivered by 2 ampere source. Okay, let me take this separately. Yeah, so everybody just, you can do that in the same circuit, not a problem. Okay, so to find out the power, to find power delivered by 2 ampere source, what we have to do, everybody, what we have to do, we have to mark a current here, we have to mark a voltage. Everybody understand that? We know the current. So what is power? Power is given by, power is given by what? It's V into I. Okay, so what we are doing, we are doing power delivered by 2 amperes. So we should know what is the voltage across 2 ampere source and what is the current. The current is 2 anyways. So okay, so mark this, mark V2 amps. So how to mark V2 amps? Anybody? How to mark V2 amps? It is voltage across 2 amperes. Okay, the plus sign should be where this arrow is, then minus sign should be on the other side. That's understood. Now what is V2? Do we know V2 amperes? Do we know that? Anybody? Now this is a good exercise. Everybody just try understand this. We have V1 here, right? We have V1. Okay, if we have V1, everybody just lend your ears here, very important, because if you understand this, you'll all be doing it very easily. So we have this current source. Okay, we have this resistor and we have these resistors and voltage sources. This is ground. Now when I say V1 here, When I say V1 here, okay, what does it mean is this. It means this. What does it mean? It means just this. Everybody just have to concentrate. This implies that, okay, the V1 is across this. What was it across? It was across 4 ohms, right? If this is V1, okay, so this V1 is actually across this 4 ohms. Everybody's okay with this? Understood? V1 is marked. V1 is marked at this point, means that this voltage is dropping across 4 ohms. Okay, plus comes at this node, minus comes at the ground. These are all ground points, mind you. These are all ground points. Okay, so whatever voltage falls across this, the same voltage should come across this current source also. Everybody agree with that? Whatever voltage is there across 4 ohms, the same voltage should come across this also. Everybody's okay? What I mean is this. See here, if this is V1, if this point is V1, then this point is also V1. Is that clear? Okay, in other words, if V1 is dropping across 4 ohms, the same V1 would drop across this current source also. Why is that? Across 2 amperes also the same voltage drop would come there. That is because this 4 ohms and this current source are in parallel. Any branches are in parallel. They all would have the same voltage dropping across them. Okay, but what is the difference between this V1 and the V2 amperes that we have marked there? Anybody, can you make out the difference? What is the difference between V1 that is coming across the current source here and the V2 amperes, V subscript 2 amperes that we have marked here? What is the difference? The polarity difference is there. Okay, polarity difference is there. We have already found out V1. That means what would be V2 amperes? It would be minus V1. Okay, so therefore it clearly says from the figure, from the circuit, from the circuit diagram, okay, V2 amps is actually minus V1, and that minus V1 is what? Minus 20. Is that okay with you, everybody? It is minus 20. Okay, so this is another finding. So therefore power would be what? Therefore power will be equal to, everybody, can you calculate that and tell me what is going to be the power? Therefore power delivered by 2 amperes is minus 20. And what is what is minus 20 into 2, because it's 2 amperes. Okay, minus 20 into 2, so it would be what? Implies power delivered by 2 ampere source is minus 40 watts. Everybody take down this. So it's minus 40. Is that okay with you, everybody? Hope you've understood that.